didn't get off to a great start, I didn't think. And boy, we really battled, I thought, in that first half, kind of that last 12, 13 minutes, and did some really good things. I thought we had a lot of missed opportunities in there, too, just with some careless turnovers. But we were forcing them into turnovers, and we're doing some good things. You just got to really give credit to a guy like Janowski, who, isn't a guy that makes a living from three. If you're out there really trying to take away his three, then he's going to get you. He's going to get you on the ground attacking you. And so with a lot of these guys, they really kind of play from the inside out with their perimeter guys. And we did a pretty good job with that. It's kind of when he started making step-back threes and Minnesali's making threes, two guys that don't necessarily live by it. They're a lot more of a attacking type players. Their statistics say that, and so you got to give them credit. Like, they made some big-time shots. And they just, it was I'm sure it was frustrating for our guys when they're doing that. I thought that frustration was something we felt on offense a little bit. And then that second half just kind of slipped away from us as they were making shots and we weren't making enough plays. So got to give them a lot of credit. I thought from an offensive standpoint they played exceptionally well. And then I thought we were our own worst enemy a little bit on the offensive side, and the game just kind of got away from us.
The triples that they were making there was obviously they were getting hot. There was also a matter of their ball movement too, kind of opening those shots too.
When you're hitting step back threes, you don't necessarily need a lot of ball movement. We were guarding them. We went into this game guarding them as guys that were not shoot first type guys, honestly. Not guys we were necessarily trying to run off the line. And I would say they played a little bit more like guys you need to run off the line. And so, like, the way we were guarding screens was forcing them more to fade out. It was forcing them more to get perimeter catches, and we were really trying to take away middle drives. That's what they do. Statistically, that's what they show they do. And tonight they made a living from three. And I don't think that's and it's a little bit when you play a team like that. I'm giving them a lot of respect on how they can attack you and play from the post and then play out of the post. And I thought we did a pretty good job of doing that. They just got away from it and they started making threes instead. So, it's you may as a little bit of this from our standpoint from coaches is we really made a decision going into this game as we weren't. With the exception of a guy like Bjerke, we weren't necessarily going to really try to pressure the ball and force them off the line. When you look at the game and the statistics afterwards, that's where they got us. And, that's something that we prepared for. So, we've got to be better at that. And congratulations for those guys, making the shots they made. I thought they made a lot of pretty tough. When you're making step back threes or when Minnesali's going 4 of 8, like, that's just not in character for him. But he made them tonight. We're a really good basketball player, and we got a lot of respect for him based on how we guarded him. Because if you try to get up and guard him with some pressure, he's so dangerous off the bounce. It's what he's really good at. And I think the other, he's had games where he's had 12 assists. Because you try to guard him from the perimeter and he's ripping to the rim, watching the guys help and then making easy plays and easy passes for other guys. And I thought it was working for a while, but then it worked until it didn't.
So you guys forced, I think, 13 turnovers in the first half, and then I think they only had 2 or 3 in the second.
They only had 2.
In the second, yeah. Was that a matter of something you guys were doing defensively?
They're a team that doesn't turn it over much anyhow. I even said it at halftime. They're not going to have 13 more turnovers in the second half. And then I also made the comment, and I hope they don't go 7 of 11 in the second half from 3. I think they might have done a little bit better than that. They continue to hit shots, which it's hard to do that for 40 minutes the way they did it, especially with guys that aren't necessarily statistically high level 3-point shooters. So again, good for them. I mean, that's congratulations to them. They made the plays they needed to make.
Josh Jones at the press conference the other day said the team gets a lot of their energy from the defensive end. You mentioned, is it a little deflating, I guess, when they're able to just go down there and hit a knock down a...
I think the frustration was there. I think you could see it. I think it was affecting us on the offensive side of the floor too, right? Because it just makes you feel like you got to make plays. So it takes you don't necessarily go down there with the free flow kind of make the right play. You come down a little tighter with the ball. Like you saw guys at times trying to make plays and too much dribbling and different things like that. So I definitely, they're a good defensive team too. So you got to give credit to that. But I also thought what they were doing offensively was putting us in a mindset that we weren't necessarily thinking clear like we normally would on offense.
How about Anthony Smith giving you guys a spark in the first half?
He was in a great attack mode, like he, the things that he can do out there, and I thought he really got us. He came off the bench and really got us going in that first half, right? And made some big time plays. He really did. It was good to see that.
Did it feel like the game maybe slowed down a bit when there were so many fouls and free throws, I guess, in that second half?
Really got out of rhythm, I thought. We were fouling too much. That's what I felt like, and I'm sure they fouled. I think we were in the bonus before they might have been, but in that second half. But both teams were fouling too much. I felt we definitely were.
Just thoughts on the game today?
I think we played good. We played better in the first half. Then we just started slowing down a little bit. But it's St. Thomas, #1 team in the conference, so I think we played decent. Yeah.
When they were hitting those kind of step back threes and just couldn't seem to miss it, was that deflating a little bit offensively?
I mean, yeah, you can't really do nothing about that. Like, they're hitting shots like that. Their 3-point percentage isn't that good to be hitting step back threes like that. So just stick to the system, the scouting report. So we're good.
I was gonna say, heading into the game, were you guys focused on kind of taking away Janowski's drive to the rim kind of thing, and maybe not as focused on stopping the three then?
I mean, yeah, he's strong guard, so you can't really stop him from getting to where he's going. But just got no middle, just play defense. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's hard to take away something positive, I guess, from 13-point or whatever it was home loss. But was there something where in the first half you can point to moments where you're like, okay, we can hang with one of the best teams in the conference? Is there something to build on in that sense?
Yeah, for sure. It was a scoring battle the whole game, you know what I'm saying? They're hitting tough shots. They're not going to hit the tough shots like that every game. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What were you doing well?
First half, obviously, I was doing good. It kind of slowed down in the second half. I was shooting my threes because I'm a really good three-point shooter. I just never got to really showcase that. I wasn't good percentage, but at least I was trusting my shot and, you know what I'm saying, getting to my midi. Yeah.
Did you shoot the three a lot in high school then?
Yeah, I shot 42% my whole career. Leading three-point shooter my sophomore year, 105 threes in the season. Just, Omaha dork to me, so, I don't know. Yeah.
Is that something you'd like to do a little bit more here then?
I gotta shoot the three ball more. I'm not used to getting let shoot it, you know what I'm saying? It's bad grammar, but yeah.
So you guys forced them into 13 turnovers in that first half, and I think they only had 2 in the second. Was that just a matter of something they were doing well on offense?
You said they have how much?
They had 13 turnovers at halftime and then only 2 in the second half. Was that just them taking care of the ball, or?
It's St. Thomas. They're not used to turning the ball over, so they just stuck to what they did good, is not turn the ball over. Our defense is we turn people over, so they stopped setting ball screens, you know what I'm saying? So they just try to go one-on-one, and I guess it was working.
So going into this weekend, it's going to be tough with St. Thomas and South Dakota, 2 pretty good teams. Are you guys pretty excited, I guess, to have a chance to kind of get right back at it, I guess, in a couple days?
Yeah, you just got to keep going. We play another game basically tomorrow, so you just got to keep your foot on the pedal. Don't give up. We home court advantage, so. Mm-hmm.
Did it feel like the game slowed down a little bit there in the second half with the amount of fouls there were?
It definitely did. I feel like there was a foul call every time down the floor, so.
How much does that mess up the rhythm on offense?
Just messes up the rhythm because basketball is a fast-paced game, back and forth. If you keep calling fouls, it's just hard to do that. So